You got a special kind of show, but sometimes I never know. It's just part to be so genius in your mind. You're so profound and not that well, but not as much as we can tell. Because you are the one who looks too far behind, with no kind.
Welcome to Movie Rehab. First of all, I want to apologize for my behavior of previous episodes, because it can really turn a nice person into a monster. But God, it's over. However, today I review a movie for which we have to ask why it has to exist. This movie, my dear friends, does a way lackluster name. Happily never after.
Here's our story. Let me fill you in on everyone in this particular tale. We've got one wicked stepmother and two ugly stepsisters.
Characters so pointed that after 10 minutes they're never going to show up again.
You might be wondering by now who I am. Well, have a look. No, not 𝗨𝗍𝗶𝗴𝗶. No, look to the left. Keep going. There I am.
You're a boy who remembers Middle Ages?
Remember Rick the servant? Of course you don't. I'm the guy who polishes the prince's boots. I'm the guy who washes his dishes and serves his meals.
Wow. I already hate this guy.
I know she's supposed to be the actual hero of this movie, but making him the whiny little bitch with the voice of Freddie Prinze didn't make it easy to me.
And serves his meals, and does his laundry, and flosses his teeth.
Oh, come on. At least I'll have to work for this guy.
A little lower. 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 A lot lower. Too low. Lower.
You know what kind of happy ending the royal flosser gets? Right. None.
Again, that answer, I don't think he makes sense.
So, that's everyone important. And
Well,
me.
except for these four.
Okay, let's see the title now.
So let's get into the story. There's this villain, 𝗨𝗁𝗶𝗴𝗶, voiced by 𝗨𝗁𝗶𝗴𝗶, who is the stepmother of our hero 𝗨𝗨𝗶, voiced by Sarah Michelle Gellar. Frida, however, somehow managed to break into the magic place in which a wizard, voiced by the cameo voice of 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, usually turns every fairy tale that he can see into a happy end. But because they couldn't give 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 enough money to stay any longer, he then decides to go to a vacation, entrusting the destinies of many fairy tale creatures to these silly sidekicks here.
Everything will go by the book.
Just like it always does.
Oh, princess needs a makeover!
However, Freya just destroys the happy 𝗨 ending and tries to create a happier ending for all the villains, especially for herself.
Kingdom!
Okay, why not just let them select a certain set? That movie has a much better execution than Prince.
Freddie Prinze Jr. and the rest then try to help 𝗨, despite for him being in love with her.
Things were kind of slow in the kitchen.
No surprise where this is going.
No.
There's also the evil sidekick 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, voiced by Meg McShane. This is one of the few characters being enjoyable in this movie. What's interesting about it is that the unimportant characters are the more interesting characters than the actual heroes. Sarah Michelle Gellar's character is nice, but that's all that I can say. Freddie Prinze Jr.'s character is less boring than 𝗨, but only for his constant bitching, which at least makes us show what kind of character he is.
So, are only the extras in this movie likable?
Well, Andy, Dick, and Wallace Shawn as the comedic sidekicks are pretty okay. They're not really that much funny, but I do believe that they both at least try to put effort into their role.
I like the way I look already. I don't want to be a frog.
Oh, no. What if he makes me look like you?
But the biggest problem of this movie isn't that the animation looks dated. It's the villain.
As much as I like 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, her character is just one of the most cliched and boring ones I've ever seen since the Tim Roth film from The Incredible Hulk.
Her character is neither threatening nor funny.
The only major reason for her being the villain is just built on one of the most cliched motivations ever, jealousy. Even the bland Prince character is much more entertaining than her, and to the movie's little credit, Patrick Warburton is the funniest guy in this movie. Is his character dull? Yes, but that's the point. That's the joke and it works perfect for me.
Why? Wog.
So not only is the Prince the funniest character of this movie, but also the second best character too.
There's nothing else interesting to address about this movie, so let's just move on to the last third act. 𝗨 then gets captured by an evil stepmother, which brings us to the movie's climax.
And dear God, is it boring.
So while this is going on, let's talk about Rumpelstiltskin. He is my favorite character of this movie. You could describe him as the typical unfunny villain sidekick, but he actually gets some nice moments.
Then the prince took Cinderella to his castle, and they lived happily ever after. Why do you hate Cinderella so much? I mean, according to the tale, she never did anything to you. A real problem with this, concerned about the effect this violence is gonna have on little Reggie.
But here's my question. Why is his skin green? Does he never have a good appetite? Second, that's the scene in which I wondered if he's going to help our heroes to fight off the villains, but it doesn't happen. It just hides and that's it.
Seriously, that's something that really bugs me. I wish that I could ask him, but I don't know how, so...
Hello, Jack. Do you have some questions in your mind?
Rumpelstiltskin? How can you talk to me? You're living fairy tale land.
Oh, come on. It's almost become Canada. Don't you far behind this place. And besides, I use the magic of the wizard. What question do you have in mind?
What help does it heal?
Well, so far, I have to take care of the baby. Hello? Okay, you the beauty maker wanted to get the money for future projects.
Didn't that guy run out of money in general?
Yes, and because of this, I decided to...
Excuse me, but how long are we talking? No! Call you later. So,
in my honest opinion, the climax of the movie, the battle between Ella and the evil stepmother, actually pretty okay. It's not really suspenseful, but people are in danger, and the fairy tale land depends on their hands, and so I give this movie credit for...
Did our hero just cheat in the battle about constraint? Who's the cheater again?
Whatever. Gal defeats Weaver, then gets together with Freddy. The evil stepmother is surrounded by honey viruses. Rumpelstiltskin is now good and becomes the babysitter of the baby. Cat and Pig bring the balance back to the country, and then the movie rips off the sword in the stone.
Man, I can't believe it.
Believe me, you can have it.
And the good guys, including Rumpelstiltskin, are all living happily ever after.
God, I don't like this one.
The animation looks dated, the characters are all either too good, too evil, or too stupid. The main characters are really bland. Some comedic side characters like Mr. Piggy, the Cat in the Hat, the ejected cousin of Prince Charming, and Rumpelstiltskin can be funny at times, but it isn't enough to save the movie from being so bad.
What? But...
It does at least save this movie from being one of the worst, because I've seen much worse movies in my life, and this one is just bad, but nothing too unpleasant.
Yes?
Can I live in your house?
Why?
Then that animation is no more. I need some place to live.
I don't put my trust on a sick-looking whatever the hell you are.
I only gave you TNS job.
Aren't you a babysitter?
Never seen the sequel?
The what? The what?
I've got a message for